All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we are completely demystifying self-mastery. We're going to break it all down into a tangible, actionable toolkit to help you actually achieve your goals. We're talking about the real nuts and bolts here: discipline, resilience, grit, and the kind of habit formation that's required to finally get out of your own way. But first, let's start with a really important question. Why do we always wait to feel ready? You know what I mean, right? It's this huge psychological trap so many of us fall into. We sit around waiting for that perfect, magical moment of confidence or readiness before we actually start doing the hard work. We think confidence somehow has to come first, but spoiler alert, that is a total myth. So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the overthinking trap, your locus of control, systems over goals, the power of small wins, embracing discomfort, and finally, how to view failure as a victory. All right, part one, the overthinking trap, and how we actually escape paralysis. A massive culprit keeping us stuck here is perfectionism. And look, perfectionism isn't just about having high standards. It's really about striving for standards that are completely inflexible and unrelenting. It's driven by this excessive, paralyzing fear of making mistakes. It activates all these unhelpful thoughts and leads us straight into procrastination simply because we're terrified our work won't be good enough. It generates so much discomfort that we engage in mindless distractions just to momentarily escape that awful feeling. So how do we actually break this cycle? Well, first, you've got to realize that overthinking is honestly just avoidance wearing a really good disguise. We tell ourselves we're planning, but really, we're just hiding. The remedy here is simple. Stop waiting to feel ready. Shrink the decision down to its absolute smallest next step. Set a hard deadline to force some forward movement, and most importantly, just take imperfect action. Clarity and confidence actually come from taking that messy, imperfect action, not the other way around. Action is what creates the confidence. Moving right along to section 2, your locus of control, basically the foundation of your personal agency. So what exactly is a locus of control? It's the degree to which you believe that you, rather than just random external forces, control the events and outcomes in your life. Psychologist Julian Rotter introduced this concept back in the 1950s, and he highlighted how our expectations about control totally dictate our motivation and our behavior. It plays a massive role in how you interpret your own success, your failures, and your overall personal agency. And this really splits people into two distinct mindsets. With an internal locus of control, you believe your efforts dictate your outcomes. You practice self-responsibility. On the flip side, with an external locus of control, you believe fate, luck, or just forces totally beyond your control dictate what happens to you. And the data shows people with an internal locus often perform way better and have better mental health. Those with an external locus tend to blame outside forces, which just leads to feelings of helplessness and anxiety. So to master yourself, you absolutely have to cultivate that internal focus. Focus solely on what you can control. Okay, section 3, systems over goals and the architecture of our daily lives. We really need to reframe how we look at achievement. Goals are just about the results you want to achieve, right? But systems are about the processes that actually lead to those results. According to James Clear's incredible work in Atomic Habits, setting goals is really just about winning the game for a fleeting moment. But building systems, that's about continuing to play the game long term. As Clear brilliantly puts it, and this is one of my all-time favorite concepts, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Think about that. If you're struggling to change, the problem isn't actually you. Actually, scratch that. It's not a lack of willpower, it is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves not because you don't want to change, but simply because you have the wrong system for change. To fix that broken system, Clear gives us these 4 laws of behavior change. It's a proven neurological feedback loop to help you build a real identity-based habit. Number 1, the cue, make it obvious. Number 2, the craving, make it attractive. Number 3, the response, make it ridiculously easy. And number 4, the reward, make it satisfying. This is exactly how you design the good habits and completely eliminate the bad ones. Now, getting the system right is absolutely crucial. Why? Because a whopping 40% of what you do every single day is driven entirely by automatic programmed habits. 40%. That is almost half your day running completely on autopilot. If you can control the system that programs those habits, you literally take back control of your life and you conserve so much of your willpower energy. Which brings us to Section 4, the power of small wins and how to catalyze your momentum. The real magic of progress happens one tiny step at a time. The absolute secret to building discipline is taking actions so small, you literally can't say no to them. Have a mountain of taxes to do? Just do 5 minutes. Want to start running? Just run for 10 minutes. Shrink the task. Do not try to tackle these huge, intimidating projects all at once, because that's when the paralysis kicks back in. Your focus should just be on getting 1% better every single day. You don't have to carry the entire weight of your goals all at once. Taking these small, compounding steps shrinks the decision, and it continuously builds up your confidence. Every big thing comes from small beginnings. It's those tiny daily choices that accumulate to produce the massive changes you actually want to see. All right, Section 5, embracing discomfort and grit, building the armor you need to sustain this journey. Enter grit. This is defined as passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Researcher Angela Duckworth actually proved that grit, not your natural intelligence, not your innate talent, is the single most influential trait when it comes to achieving your potential. It's all about being willing to invest effort over a long, long period of time, even when things get incredibly tough. Because the truth is, growth doesn't happen when you're cozy and comfortable. It happens in the fire. One of the biggest reasons we lack self-discipline is because we constantly run from hard, uncomfortable things. And running from discomfort, it ruins our lives. To develop real resilience, you have to lean into the discomfort and actively train yourself to handle it. You just have to stop seeing discomfort as the enemy. Author Leo Babauta frames this as an actual superpower you can develop through what he calls discomfort training. Think of it like interval training, but for your willpower. Here's how it works. 1. Set a task. 2. Set a 10-minute timer. 3. Do absolutely nothing but that task, or just sit there and watch your urges to quit. 4. Take a 5-minute break. And 5. Repeat. You're practicing mindfulness, you're sitting with that urge to run away, and you're refusing to let it control you. You're basically teaching your brain that a little discomfort isn't the end of the world. And finally, Section 6, failure as a victory. It's time to redefine setbacks. We literally have to completely reframe failure. Look, failing just means you tried. So, in a way, it's a victory from the start. A huge mistake people make is getting so discouraged when they mess up that they just throw their hands up and give up entirely. But messing up, it simply provides vital new information. It tells you exactly what didn't work so you can go back, tweak your system, and try again. It's just a necessary opportunity to learn and grow. And hey, don't stress if you drop the ball a day here or there. Research by Philip Alali shows it takes roughly 60 days, that's 2 whole months, for a new habit to fully, automatically form. And even more importantly, making a mistake along the way has literally no measurable impact on your long-term success. It is all about the cycle of endless refinement. Building habits is a long-term process, not a one-time event. Which brings us to our final ultimate question. What comfort, what distraction, what cozy safety net are you ready to leave behind today so you can become unstoppable? Success is built on these everyday choices. Discipline is a choice you get to make every single morning. So what are you willing to sacrifice right now to finally get out of your own way? I really hope this explainer has given you the practical tools to take that very first small step today. Keep building, keep showing up, and embrace the fire.